UFC 313, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight championship is on the line this weekend. We are going to go through the main card, bottom to top, giving our breakdowns, predictions, and betting picks for each of the fights on the card. Let's go ahead and jump right into it now. As we look at the card and off the gate, we're going to have Bobby King Green, or just King Green now, as we can see, take on Mauricio Ruffey. This fight does not have betting odds on it, but luckily, thanks to the power of the internet, we can go find them. And King Green is a significant underdog in this one. Mauricio, big time favorite. It looks like plus 300, give or take, for King Green to get this one done. And plus 350 and minus 455 for Mauricio. For this one, I'm going with Mauricio Ruffey. You can look at the numbers too. He's got 10 wins by knockout of his 11 wins, 6 of them early in the first round. On a win streak, we know King Green, backside of his career, has had some rough losses recently. Similar in height, reach a little bit to Mauricio as well, but Mauricio Ruffey is on the come up. He has been outstanding. So on that fight, we're going to take Mauricio Ruffey to win. Not only that, we're going to take him to win by KO, TKO, or DQ. That is going to give us minus 125 odds. So pretty decent odds to get someone who's been on a KO streak to get a KO. So Mauricio Ruffey to jerk the curtain with a finish. Next up, we got Amanda Lemos taking on Iasmin Lucindo. And surprisingly, in this one, Amanda Lemos, number 5 ranked in the world, but a plus 114 underdog. Lucindo, number 7, so it's not like it's a big gap, minus 135, very close to a pick'em. We look at the fights as well. 14-4-1, 17-5, relatively similar in height, similar in reach, a lot of similar things overall. I'm gonna go slowly. I'm gonna go with how do I word this? I don't know who's going to win this one off the top of my head, but I do think Amanda Lemos getting plus 3.5 for the point spread is the bet to make here. I think I will go with Lemos to win as well, but I'm definitely going to take that plus 3.5 point spread. That just means she loses 29-20 on all scorecards, and you are covered. Just means she has to win a round on everybody's scorecard, or at least not get 10-8'd at the same time. And I think it's going to be a close back and forth fight. Both fighters, decent finishing rate, but more recently in these higher ranked fights, they tend to go more towards a decision. We could look significant strikes per minute, slight edge for Lucindo, significant strike percentage. Lemos absorbed relatively similar, defense much in Lucindo's favor. Grappling, takedowns definitely into Lucindo's favor. Accuracy a little bit more towards Lemos, but there's also a less volume. Defense relatively similar. You could just see like it's a very, very close fight all across the board. So I'm going to say that if it's going to go the distance, and I don't think it's going to be a blowout. So Amanda Lemos plus 3.5 for the point spread on DraftKings, minus 205. Not the greatest odds, but I'll take those odds because a lot of if you want to pick like decision, you're looking at like minus 400 stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just take plus 3.5. Say that it's a close fight. Moving up now, we got the main card. Sorry, the main card on the pay per view. Cannot speak today. Ignacio Bahamondes taking on Jalen Turner. Turner coming off a loss, Ignacio coming off of a win, 14-8, 16-5. Looking at the numbers, very, very active for Ignacio. 7 strikes landed per minute, 47% on 6 strikes. Most of it's relatively similar, much better defense for Ignacio compared to Turner. Grappling, pretty much just takedown defense for Ignacio, not even really attempting him. Turner rarely attempting them as well. Good takedown defense. Expect this one to be on the feet, a bit of a banger as well. I'm going to go with Turner to get this one done. I know he is a slight underdog at plus 105. It's virtually a pick 'em. I think he's really lengthy for the division. I know 77-inch reach, but then 46 leg reach. 6'3 versus 6'3. He's just lengthy. He's got good control of the distance. He's got some pop on his shots. And he's a little bit, I think, up and down is how I describe it. It's like he'll lose a fight, then the next one will come back looking even better. Coming off of a loss, I think he'll come back in this fight and put on a little bit of a performance. I think Ignacio is really good, but I like Jalen Turner to get this one done. So we're going to take the Jalen Turner money line at plus 105. Now to the co-main event, a bit of a shakeup as we got Justin Gaethje, number 3, taking on Rafael Fiziev at number 11 on a short notice. And a surprise to me, it's Justin Gaethje's first fight with a fighter outside of the top 10 in the UFC at 11. And yet he is the underdog at plus 136, even though Fiziev is coming in on short notice and coming in off back-to-back losses. Problem is, the last time we saw Justin Gaethje, he had a very gnarly faceplant against Max Holloway, and that's kind of engraved in, I think, a lot of the odds makers' heads. That was a year ago. I do think he has high time to recover. I don't think that will play a factor in this one. We already know Justin Gaethje, the highlight, basically a guaranteed guaranteed bonus in every fight he gets into. we already know the style. We already know the style. Brawling for Fiziev, incredibly good on the feet. We know it's going to be a primarily on the feet striking match. Just look at the numbers: 6 per minute compared to just about 5. Absorb per minute, Gaethje, my goodness, 7.46 absorb per minute. He has gotten a little bit better at that recently. And then grappling, we already know, not really going to happen. Justin Gaethje's one takedown in the UFC, I think, did come in that first matchup with Fiziev, which Gaethje won late, but he's still the underdog, which is surprising to me. I know last time we saw him, we thought that might have been the end of it, the way he went down against Max Holloway. Plus 136, we're going to take that Justin Gaethje money line to get it done. He might even get it done with a late round TKO. He's going to have the conditioning in this fight. I don't think he's going to let Fiziev take him out early. I think he's going to play just enough defense early because he knows Fiziev is going to be coming in forward. He's got short notice. The cardio is not going to be on as high as it should be. Gaethje has the ability to drown him from there. So we're going to take the Gaethje money line. Last but not least, we got Alex Pereira taking on Magomed Ankalaev. Pretty much a pick him, minus 112 to minus 108. This is the fight to make it light heavyweight. Alex Pereira, incredible run he has been on, just nuking people after nuking people with these ridiculous side quests in between. We see him on TikTok, Instagram, X, everywhere you look, he's off doing some random adventure somewhere else, and then he gets into the octagon on short notes and starts nuking people. Ankalaev, 21-1 with a no contest, 6'3", 220. No, has a reputation as a grappler, but he isn't much of a grappler. You can see he has less than a takedown per fight. He really doesn't shoot that often. And when he does, it's not that great. He's got strong takedown defense as well. Alex Pereira with 100% takedown accuracy, 1-for-1 against Israel Adesanya. So we know this one's going to be on the feet. You look at some of the numbers. Strikes, we know Alex, about 5 per minute, 63 accuracy. When he does land, though, it's a nuke. Magomed Ankalaev, 58% defense. We kind of all know what's going to happen in this fight as far as either Alex is going to get just grappled, held, and then just worn down, or he's going to nuke Magomed at some point with that left hook of death or something ridiculous. What I'm going to take for the bet in this one, we're going to go over 2.5 rounds, which is incredible to say with an Alex Pereira fight. Normally, you take the under with 1.5, but I think this is going to go over 2.5 rounds. I think Ankalaev is going to kind of control the distance as far as keeping him pressured back, keeping him on the back foot. Alex is going to be relaxed early, trying to thwart the takedowns, not let him get in tight. I think it's going to be a little bit against the cage. I don't think it's going to be a brawl. He's not going to get a chance to unleash the warhammers early. I think the leg kicks are going to be a big deciding factor in this one. Alex Pereira's leg kicks are, well, we've seen them in the fights with Izzy. We saw them in pretty much all of his fights. He just has to land one or two, and suddenly you're cooked. And we know Ankalaev, we saw it against Jan Blachowicz. He was doing cartwheels after getting kicked in the later part of that fight because Blachowicz had done so much damage. I think we're going to see Alex Pereira try and utilize that, the body punches, just kind of control and not let Ankalaev either get off or get in close and start controlling the fight. So we're going to say it goes over 2.5 rounds. I'm going to take Pereira to win by a later round TKO, like maybe 4th round after he's nuked that leg. I've said nuked a lot because that's the only way to describe Pereira's power. But I think he's going to absolutely cook that front leg and the back leg with the leg kicks, body punches. Ankalaev's not going to be able to really close the distance, take off. He's not going to be able to press through. He's not going to be able to feint the takedowns into that left hand. And then I think Pereira will be able to pour it on later. So we're going to take Pereira by a late round TKO, but for the bet, we're looking at over 2.5 rounds. So just running through the bets we're looking at today. Mauricio Ruffey to win by KO TKO, minus 125. Jalen Turner, money line, plus 105. Amanda Lemos, plus 3.5 point spread at minus 205. Justin Gaethje, money line at plus 130. And then over 2.5 rounds for Pereira and Ankalaev at minus 160. If you're a degenerate, like many of us are, and you want to parlay all those together for fun, you're looking at plus 1951. So if you wanted to put like $5 on that, you get $100 back. Once again, bet responsibly. Only bet what you can afford to lose. If you're someone who doesn't have the money to put up, definitely do not do that. But that's what we're looking at for UFC 313. Let us know down in the comments what bets you are making and who you think is going to win in each fight. We appreciate y'all so much for joining us, and let's have fun this Saturday and enjoy ourselves a big-time fight.